Top 5 tips for an optimal morning routine. Tip number 1, have at least your first hour of being up that you do not engage with any social media, you're not checking your email, or even looking at the news. If you want to have a device on, let it be to do a guided practice or some nice light music that you use as you do a practice, or a timer. Tip number 2 is what I call the water tip. First, you want to hydrate. Have a glass of water upon waking up, and at least a liter or a quart of water within your first 2 hours of being up. As well as you want to wash your hands and face, and at some point within the first hour or so, have a bit of cold exposure, a little bit of a cold shower. Tip number 3, you want to get some early morning sun. I recommend starting to wake up a bit earlier, which might mean changing the time you go to sleep so you get enough sleep, but start to get up somewhere around sunrise and get that early morning sun. 10 to 20 minutes of direct sunlight really puts the circadian rhythm in line, and it's just very good for your mood and energy levels. Tip number 4 is bring some movement, some breath work and meditation into your morning routine. With movement, there's 2 types I want to talk about a bit. The first is just to release tension. You can do a bit of yoga, a bit of QiGong, any type of gentle stretching, just to get rid of any bit of tightness you might have acquired from the sleep the night before. The other type of movement is a little bit of physical exercise where we get the heart rate up, a little cardiovascular resistance training. Doesn't need to be that long, just a bit of exercise. The 5th point is a really healthy breakfast. One that includes a good amount of carbs, fats, protein, hopefully getting some fruits and vegetables in there for vitamins and minerals. Final point on the healthy breakfast is when to have your cup of coffee or if you're having caffeinated tea. The recommendation is if you need to work through the afternoon and you don't want to hit that afternoon lull where people normally tend to get tired, you want to wait about 90 minutes to have your first cup of coffee. If it doesn't matter in the early afternoon, if you have the time in your life for a little nap or a siesta and you could relax a bit, then it really doesn't matter your timing with your first cup. So thanks for joining me. I hope you include some of those tips into your morning routine for the first hour upon waking up.